Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government urges ambassadors to stay resilient in driving public service reforms. Federal government set to unveil 3 cancer centers. On the foreign scene, United Nations raises concern as over 400 Rohingya refugees die in twin boat tragedies. And in sport, Arsenal women defeat Barcelona to win UEFA Champions League title. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. The Lagos State Government has urged all ambassadors of the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation (OTCI) to remain resolute, resilient and determined in their mission to deliver lasting reforms within the public service. Director General of OTCI, Toyin Anjos Ademuyiwa, made a call during a keynote address at a recent knowledge-sharing event held at the Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC. The event brought together new and returning ambassadors to reinforce the commitment to innovation and transformation. Highlighting the challenges ahead, Anjos Ademuyiwa acknowledged that reforming the public service is far from easy. She emphasized the need for ambassadors to be grounded in reality, aware that bureaucracy, entrenched traditions, and fixed mindsets would present significant obstacles. Also speaking at the event, the Deputy Director of the Ministry of Finance and winner of the recent Idea Day competition for his QR Code Revenue Harmonization Initiative, Nuruddin Anibaba, encouraged ambassadors to maintain focus on their transformation goals. Participants described the knowledge-sharing session as a vital morale booster, equipping them with the mindset and determination needed to face challenges as they work towards meaningful change in the public service. Lagos State Government and the officers and men of the Nigerian Navy under the Western Naval Command have collaborated to clean up Apapa and its environment with an affirmation that the exercise is a synergy that has come to stay. Speaking with journalists after the exercise, Special Advisor on the Environment, Kunle Rotimi Akodu, said the quest to clean up Apapa and its environment is beautiful partnership between the state and the Navy authorities. He said the team had gone around some places in the area such as the motor parks, mechanic workshops, and observed there are lots of environmental infractions in the area that the state and Navy are determined to restore sanity to. Rotimi Akodu said the motor boys that sleep in the trucks in motor parks, as well as traders on the roads and mechanics around, are responsible for messing up the area, noting that operators of the mechanic workshops under the Marine Beach Bridge were given 48 hours ultimatum to vacate. Also speaking, the flag officer commanding Western Naval Command, Michael Oamen, said the exercise is in line with what the military authorities call civil military engagement. So, as such, the military is part and parcel of this initiative. On his part, the chairman of Apapa local government area, Ido Shembaju, expressed great appreciation to the Lagos State government and the Navy for the initiative, saying the local government is always ready to render its support to such cause. Lagos has been named the fastest growing tech ecosystem in the world for the year 2025 by Netherlands-based research firm Dirum.co, ahead Istanbul, Turkey, and Pune, India. The organization, a foremost data provider on startups, growth companies, and tech ecosystems around the globe, broke the news in its just released Global Tech Ecosystem Index 2025 report. Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos, Benga Omotosho, who confirmed the news, noted that the report said the state is home to 5 unicorns comprising InterSwitch, Flutterwave, Jumia, OPay, and MoneyPoint, which makes the state stand out as an appealing hub for new enterprises. Ranking Lagos under the Rising Stars category of tech cities in the world, the report also said Lagos and other cities in the category have given rise to a new generation of tech companies. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has announced the shutdown of the Port Harcourt Refinery Company. NNPC Chief Corporate Communications Officer Olufemi Shoneye in a statement confirmed the facility will be shut down for a month for maintenance activities. According to Shoneye, the company is working with relevant stakeholders to ensure efficiency and transparency during the exercise. He said NNPCL is working closely with all relevant stakeholders, including the Nigerian midstream and downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, to ensure the maintenance and assessment activities are carried out efficiently and transparently. Shoneye debunked claims of sabotage, saying the maintenance will ensure safe and sustainable operation of the refinery. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government of Nigeria is set to inaugurate 3 new cancer centers on May 29 in what is been described as the largest investment in cancer care in the country's history. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, made the announcement in a post on X, calling the move as a game changer for cancer diagnosis and treatment across the country. The new centers, in partnership with the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, are part of a plan to establish 10 cancer centers nationwide. According to Pate, once fully operational, they will serve up to 2,000 cancer patients and over 350,000 diagnostic clients annually. The minister says the facility will also help train 500 medical professionals over the next 3 years as Nigeria aims to boost local expertise and reduce the number of patients seeking treatment abroad. As global trade dynamics continue to shift under the weight of escalating tensions between major economic powers, West Africa is emerging as a strategic alternative for manufacturing, trade, and investment. At the forefront of this transformation is the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFTA, whose regional integration efforts are already beginning to show dividends. Ghana anticipates a 6% point increase in regional exports, while Senegal is gaining traction in textiles and Cote d'Ivoire is cementing its status as a cocoa processing powerhouse. These developments signal a wider shift towards African self-sufficiency and industrial ambition. This perspective is central to the objectives of the West African Industrialization, Manufacturing and Trade West Africa IMT Summit 2025 between October 21 and 23 in Lagos, with the theme Accelerating West Africa's Sustainable Industrial Revolution for Economic Prosperity. The summit will bring together government leaders, industry executives, investors, and development institutions to address the challenges posed by global supply chain disruptions, protectionist measures, and shifting economic alliances. Portfolio Director for Africa at DMG Events, Wemimo Oyelano, noted that the summit will explore ways in which African economies can harness the changing global trade landscape to foster sustainable industrial growth and diversification. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has congratulated the chairman of Governance Advisory, GAC, Tajuddin Olusi, on his installation as the Atobatele of Ado-Ekiti. The governor said the chieftaincy title bestowed on Olusi by Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Rufus Adejugbe, is well-deserving, considering his remarkable contribution to Yoruba land as an elder statesman, politician, and respected leader. In a statement issued by Special Advisor on Media Publicity, Boyega Akoshile, The governor said the former federal lawmaker being honored with a chieftaincy title in his maternal homeland of Ado-Ekiti is commendable. Governor Sanwo-Olu said Oluse has shown leadership qualities and demonstrated capacity as a man that's reliable and worthy of emulation. And now to foreign news. The United Nations says at least 427 people from Yemen's persecuted Rohingya minority may have died in two separate shipwrecks earlier this month. According to the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, the vessels went down on May 9 and 10, one carrying 267 people, the other 247. Only a small number survived, that is, 66 from the first boat and just 21 from the second. If confirmed, the UN says it would be the deadliest maritime disaster involving Rohingya refugees so far this year. Many on board were reportedly fleeing desperate conditions in Myanmar's Rakhine state or trying to escape overcrowded refugee camps in Bangladesh Cox's Bazar. The UNHCR says it is still working to verify the details but called the report gravely concerning. And now sport. Arsenal's women have claimed the UEFA Women's Champions League title with a 1-0 win over Barcelona in Lisbon. The winning goal came in the 74th minute from Swedish striker Stina Blackstenius, whose powerful strike sealed Arsenal's second European crown, their first since 2007. Arsenal played the heavily favoured Barcelona side, who had won the trophy 3 times in the last 4 years. After a strong first half, Arsenal held firm in defence and struck on the counter-attack to deny Barcelona a 3rd consecutive title. The Gunners had already impressed by beating 8-time winners Lyon in the semi-finals, and now they have topped Barcelona dominance with a hard-fought victory. Under the scorching Lisbon sun, Barcelona started aggressively, led by 2-time Ballon d'Or winner Aitana Bonmati, but Arsenal resilience proved too much in the end. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, always stop for pedestrians at zebra crossing. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 250 women trained through an empowerment workshop on intercrop of maize and cassava with demonstration plots for practical knowledge? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has urged all ambassadors of the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, OTCI, to remain resolute, resilient and determined in their mission to deliver lasting reforms within the public service. The federal government of Nigeria is set to inaugurate 3 new cancer centers on May 29 in what is being described as the largest investment in cancer care in the country's history. We also told you that the United Nations said at least 427 people from Yemen's persecuted Rohingya minority may have died in 2 separate shipwrecks earlier this month. And in sport, Arsenal's women have claimed the UEFA Women's Champions League title with a 1-0 win over Barcelona in Lisbon. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends a news broadcast compiled by Derayo Idu Olaiya. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.